Hello, guys. Here is Jana with you today, and welcome to today's live stream, Billy the Kid Dating in Ukraine reality show. Today's episode is called Dating in Ukraine Out of Your League. In our previous Billy the Kid Dating in Ukraine live streams, we watched Billy 3 dates with our match guarantee ladies. Anna, who Billy says called the Ice Queen. Let me show you. Here is Anna, who Billy called the Ice Queen. Second lady, Victoria. And third lady, Yekaterina. Okay, that's 3 strikeouts for Billy. Let's see how Billy does today in his first date with our gorgeous Natalia. Let me show you guys our beautiful Natalia. Here is his choice number 4. Before we get going here, let's take a quick look at Billy's backstory in case you are new to our series.
Again, I'm getting sucked right back in. So that was hard, especially with the first woman, because I was really putting my whole heart in, 100%. Um, there was nights actually when I would sit and I would start to cry.
Prepare to be awestruck by one man's harrowing journey to find his soulmate in the far-flung reaches of Ukraine in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. Taking him over 7,000 miles from home into a hostile war zone where he was bombed, beaten, and kidnapped. Billy Sheffield is a 53-year-old small business owner from Kingston, New York. Despite his Herculean efforts, he has yet to find his soulmate, and his bank account has taken a staggering $43,000 hit to the cause. Yet Billy is absolutely determined that his story, well, it doesn't end until he finds his Ukrainian bride. His spirit remains unbroken as he continues to share his captivating story with us here today. So get ready to be inspired by Billy's tale of unwavering persistence. Now, you can see all episodes in our series, Billy the Kid Dating in Ukraine, in the description below this video. If you want, we're closed right now, but if you want to get in on a no wife, no pay experiment deal, if you think you're up for a full media challenge like this, where we follow you like we are Billy, you can go fill out the application. It's in the description below. So if you don't have the budget for us, if you can't afford us, it's one of your options, but do please keep in mind, the reality is this is not a cheap venture. Finding a wife in Ukraine, it does take a man that has a nest egg, that has a home. You know, if you rent, it's really tough. That's just the God's honest truth. Hope you enjoyed that sneak preview of the Billy the Kid Dating in Ukraine Journey series. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss out on these episodes coming to the channel real soon. And please do us a huge favor and share on Facebook. It'll help out your fellow man if he's considering this journey, and it'll also help him dodge a bullet. Take care. See you soon.
What do you think, guys? Is it possible for Billy to conquer such a high SMV lady as Natalia? Let's watch today's episode of Billy First Date with Natalia completely unedited. And like before, I'll pause the video for your comments and questions as we go. Also, we have a poll, so please vote. Hello to all of you guys. Thank you for joining. So let's start. We are ready. Hello, Bill.
Hello.
Bill,
Okay.
hello.
Hi, how are you?
Great, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing really good. It's great to see you.
Nice to meet you too.
How's how now? Where are you? Are you in Paris or are you in London?
Yes, now in Paris. No, now in Paris. I just arrived 1 day ago.
Yeah. How do you like it there?
Where in London?
Yes. Did you like
Yeah,
it there?
of course. It was incredible. Yeah, it was incredible meeting with my friends, and it was sunny day, champagne, and everything was great. Yes. In
Yeah.
Paris, not so good because of weather. It's terrible.
Yeah. Right now here, I live in the state of New York. Not in the big city, a smaller city, and it's actually snowing outside right now. So
Oh my God.
yeah, yeah, not the
I hate
greatest.
it. I
But
hate it. Miami
yeah,
better.
but I'm here. I'm with you. It feels warm, so I like it.
Oh, you're so
So
kind.
this is really nice. I'm looking forward to learning about you and sharing some about myself. Um, one of my first questions would be to you. Where in Ukraine are you from?
Kiev.
Kiev? Did you grow up in Kiev?
Yes, yes. I was born in Kiev and grew up.
Yeah. Do you have a big family and do you still have family there?
My mother just there, and that's it.
Yeah. And how is she doing?
And like all Ukrainian people who now lives in Ukraine, it's a lot of problem with electricity and all these things. And of course, it's not so easy. We
Yeah.
understand that, but some people want to stay there, and it's okay. It's them decision. We don't need to disturb them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely a crazy situation for sure. I was in Kiev just before the war started.
Guys, please vote. You can see Natalia live, not only pictures without Photoshop, just usual casual. And leave your comments, please. How do you, what scale you will give to Natalia? How many points? And also, let's see how successful Billy was. Did he make any conclusions from his previous stories?
Beautiful city. I spent some time. I went to the opera actually when I was there. Swan Lake was playing right before the war, so I saw Swan Lake, and it was very very beautiful.
Food, women, culture. Of course, yes. You're lucky
Yeah.
being there.
Excuse me.
You're lucky being there.
Yeah, Kiev was very beautiful. I was also in Kherson. I was actually in Kherson when the war started.
Oh,
Um,
really? Why?
yeah, so I was there with two friends. We were actually looking to start a business because it was my second trip to Ukraine.
In Ukraine?
And yeah, yeah, we were looking to start a travel business. Try because my first trip there, I thought it was so different areas I saw. I was in Odessa, and it was just a beautiful country, and I wanted to see more of it. And I thought it
It's
would
so
be
typical. Sorry, but Odessa and Kiev, it's so typical for all people who want to know about Ukraine. I don't know
yeah,
why.
yeah. I just thought it was just beautiful, beautiful areas, beautiful. I think every country has their own special things, but I didn't expect to see so much beauty in Ukraine. It was very, very nice. So yeah, so it's definitely. So how long have you been where you are now?
I came here in March.
In March?
Yes, yes, yes. When just war started, first it was Poland, of course, after Germany, and after we decided to come here to rebuild my business here and everything what I did in Ukraine.
And what kind of business do you do? What kind of work?
It's cosmetics business. I have my manufacturer in Ukraine. It was destroyed by bomb, and
Oh, sorry.
all my stock. I'm okay now with it, and I have stock in Bucha, and everything was destroyed too. And now I rebuilt everything here in Paris.
And what is it? Cosmetics and stuff?
It's for teenagers. It's you can Google for Fascia. It's cosmetics for teenager, and I created.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Yes, yes, it's great. I
You're
like it.
you're a very creative person.
Yes, me, yes.
Nice. And you have a daughter,
Yes, she's 11 years old.
11 years
Why I
old. Wow.
Yeah, why I create this business is just because of her, because she can't find some cosmetics what she can use, and that's why I create cosmetics for her. And after mom built whole business because of she.
Yeah. Well, that's really great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have a daughter too, but she's older. My daughter is just 20, actually just turned 30. She's married and with a family of her own and everything. So, and she works with me. I do medical courier work. I do transportation work.
Whoa.
Yeah, I have a little business. We pick up blood and medical specimens from hospitals and doctors' offices, and we ship to labs so that they can be
In
processed.
America, yes? In
Excuse
USA?
me?
In USA?
Yeah, in USA. Yeah, yep.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do transportation work more like up and down the East Coast of America. But then I got more into the medical field. So now it's more local stuff. So I'm not driving as much because sometimes, like some years ago, I'd be gone for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time driving. So now everything's all more local. So I'm always home every day, which is really nice. And I have
Mm-hmm.
7 people that work for me. And I just love knowing that I'm helping others. I mean, I think that always gives you a good feeling, kind of like what you're doing too, in a way. You're helping people. And it just gives me a great feeling.
It's like mission, because you can't understand. I don't understand people who just take money and that's it. It's not very interesting for me, because this mission give you permission, like you're doing something great. It's totally different way.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no,
Yes.
most definitely. And when I was looking at your profile, it says just the few words, and what I was drawn to is I like the fact that you said you were like a cheerful person and you're very communicative. I like that
Oh, yes.
because I think communication is so important. There's like, for me, I call like 4 C's, like communication being very important. Compromise, when you can compromise with a person, whether it be in a relationship or a business, you come to compromises. Compassion, when you can bring compassion into the communication, and when you're compromising over things. And then chemistry, trying to see if you build that chemistry on different levels. So I really like that very much.
Okay, for me, first of all, chemistry, after communication, and second, everything.
It's a nice list, and
Yes, yes.
it's like if you can mix it all together, it's really good.
Yes, for sure.
Have you been to Paris before? Like, did you choose to
Yeah, of
go?
course, I travel a lot.
You've traveled a lot, yes?
Yes, I loved.
Yeah. What's one of your favorite places that you've traveled besides where you are right now?
It can be changed, because I love India, for example. I love Thailand, for example.
Guys, want to stop on this comment. Jacob asks, do you think that is possible for him? Guys, she already chose his profile. She said yes to him. What it means? Such a high quality lady, she agreed to communicate with Bill. It means that the lady doesn't care about his maybe appearance or age, and she gave to him opportunity to show himself, to show his personality. And it means that she wanted to discover confident man who can take responsibility and can take care on a good level about lady and her daughter, her child. So it is possible, depend on how you behave yourself. Let's keep watching.
If we are talking about Europe, it's Vienna.
Yeah.
I loved so much. It depends of mood, It's totally
Yeah.
different. I think sometimes you can.
Yeah, one of the things I'm looking forward to is traveling a little bit more. I haven't traveled a lot. I've traveled around my own country, and like I said, I went to Ukraine a couple of times. I spent a little time in Poland when I got out of Ukraine. But that's one thing I'm looking forward to doing more, is when I'm with my special woman, is traveling. I think for me, it would be so much better to share the experience with a woman and see things through her eyes and feel like her experiences. That, to me, I'm looking forward to doing more.
With Ukrainian women, you you have a lot of experience.
Yeah.
I think totally different way of thinking. Ukrainian women or American women, it's European women. It's totally different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but I have been on some ocean cruises, like to some Caribbean islands and stuff like that. I think the ocean's very beautiful.
Ocean, all time beautiful, of course.
Yeah.
Water is all time beautiful view. Yes.
Except when I'm out in the sun a lot, because I'm very white, I burn like very fast. Like when that sun hits me, it's just like, watch
You need
out.
to use sunscreen.
Yeah, I put the sunscreen on, but I don't try not to put too much on because everybody looks at you like you're a ghost or something. You're like you have all this cream
You
on your
don't
face.
care about however somebody looked at you.
Yeah, I'm like that's why I say I don't care. I don't want to be a lobster later on and be in pain. I want to.
Okay, guys, here we can see Natalia, overconfident lady. She's beautiful, she's successful, and she's super confident personality. It means that men should be much more confident, much more successful. Only that way is possible to conquer such kind of lady. And no need here to explain. I think that things about like I become like a lobster or something. Don't show your weak sides. Don't attract this attention to those things.
Enjoy my evening, so I just go
You
out.
know, many years ago start thinking just way I don't care about people, how they're thinking about some things,
Yeah.
what I do. That's it. It's
Yep.
my life. And you see these people first and last in your life. And second thing that if they are not accept you, sorry, bye.
Yeah, just go out and just be the best self you are, and just go out and who cares, just be good with yourself. That's the most important thing.
Guys, I will come to comments when it's still actual. Renee, Jana, again, are you comfortable with their age gap difference? Renee, as for me, it's too much. 17 years is quite a lot, but if people, both of them, feel okay about such an age gap, why not? If Billy could be interesting to Natalia, maybe we will see at the end, right? Let's keep watching. So if she agreed to communicate with him, she said yes to his profile, to his request, and she came to this intro video date. So everything is possible if she okay with that. But the question, what the lady expect to receive with such an age gap? She want to receive confident, successful man who knows how to take care about the lady. And Jack, about this question, I think if everything was really nice and went really good at date number 1, it's absolutely okay for date number 2 to visit some rock concert together. If people have the same interests, so why not?
Yes, that's it.
And how does your daughter like the change? Is she doing well with the move?
Oh, now she starts speak a little bit French. She fluently in English, Ukrainian, Russian, of course, yes. She played piano. She like horsing and everything. But of course, a little bit changed now our life war because war coming in our country. It was her birthday, 24th February. And yes, it was terrible. And we have a long trip for Paris. I take my car, and you can imagine. And now a little bit better, but step by step,
Yeah.
Everything not so fast, even in France. Yeah, crazy system.
So you drove from Ukraine to France?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's great. That was probably some journey.
It was not fun. I think it was too much adrenaline in my body. That's it.
Yeah, that's a lot of driving.
It's even not about driving. You need to go somewhere. You even don't think in where you go. It's just you need to go somewhere, and that's it. It was like that. Now,
Guys, again, want to stop here. As you can see, she's not only confident, she's very strong. And she can cope many things, many challenges in her life and take responsibility for her daughter. Just only more stronger men can conquer such lady. And I could see some question. This one, Jeremy. She doesn't need him. She already self-made. He is gonna need to bring his game. It's okay to be for a woman realized and self-made herself. Why not? She needs a partner, not to live with his help. She needs a partner to feel herself complete woman. It's a normal desire, absolutely. If the lady successful, build her own company, confident, strong, it doesn't mean that she doesn't need a life partner.
Now, if somebody tell me to do the same trip, I don't know how long time I need for that. It's totally different way. But of course, yes, I think it's just adrenaline.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow,
But
that's amazing. So like you left, now you're in France. How's your business going? Are you like super busy with it? Is it something that do you have like is it something you do online for
I do
the
everything online.
everything online? Yeah.
Me, yes, because all my teams now in Ukraine, and it's terrible because you can imagine how they work without electricity now. Sometimes they work with candle because they need to write something, and they, of course, can't use electricity more than 3 hours. Of course, they have special machine, but it's not enough too. And yes,
Yeah.
it's totally difficult.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But you can't imagine, but okay.
I try to imagine. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, it's got to be difficult because from just going from one, you're leaving your country, you're in another country, and you're still trying to do your business and take care of your family. So yeah, I can imagine it's a difficult process to go through.
It's a difficult process, but it's okay. It's life. Life can be totally different. And I'm very appreciative for all people what I met here, and all of them. It's incredible.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, sometimes we got to go through bad things and then amazing things can happen afterwards. That's just always have to have that positive attitude. So there's bad things that happen, and there's a saying in America, when you're given lemons, you turn it into lemonade. Try to make it, something good out of something bad. And that's what I try to do.
But in America, it's a little bit different education, and people there are more. It's not about happiness. It's about they saw everything in like mirror. Yeah, like I don't know even. They always smile. You have this mood.
Yeah.
Here, for example, French people, they all time very negative. It's totally different way of thinking. They're very snobbish, and yes.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been there before, so I wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to like to London or England or Ireland. They're like on the top of my places to visit. I never thought about France too much. I know people always say go to the Eiffel Tower. It's supposed to
I
be
never
romantic.
thinking about France, to trust me. If somebody tell me that I will be live here, no, not at all.
Never. Yeah.
Of course not. Why now? If somebody asks me like, "Oh, what you plan for tomorrow?" I'm like, "Wake up, and we will see."
Yeah.
And it's okay.
And your daughter's 11. How long have you been single, and does she have like a relationship with
10
her
years.
father?
If
10
you're
years?
talking about divorce, yes.
Yeah, 10 years. And does your daughter have a good relationship with her father, or?
She doesn't know how she looks.
Yeah. And you've been single from you're divorced. I'm assuming you're divorced. Were you married?
No, after that, no. Just
No.
one. No.
Just one. Gotcha. Zits.
I just start thinking about that. Maybe someday.
You just started thinking about it again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been single probably about 6.5 years now, going on 7 years.
Here we go again. Guys, no need to say this, to tell this. It doesn't look good, really. Previous relations, especially how long was you single, especially if you're single for a long period. It looks needy. Mistake.
Just starting to for like the last year and a half. I think we're okay in life. You can go through life and you're okay, you're happy and everything like that. But for me, I always just wanted to have somebody special by my side, somebody that I could give my support and be strong for in their life and help them build their life and reciprocate it and just really build that strong foundation of closeness and take care of the family. And so that's one thing that I've been, for me personally, that I'm looking forward to sharing again. That having that closeness. I have my
Guys, what I can see here is a little bit different from previous video dates with other ladies. But can you understand also Billy right now? Yes, he's nervous, but Natalia, I think, much more score lady than previous ladies. And he nervous, of course. This is very high scale, very very high lady he choose, but I think he is more successful. He ask good questions. Of course, he doing some mistakes. You can't turn change opposite and doing everything right. You need time, you need practice. So I can see this video date much more better and successful than previous ones.
daughter, she works for me. She lives on the same street as me. But it's a different kind of closeness. You're close with your family and your daughter, but then have somebody special in your life to share things with and build build that strong connection, have that support system and just have good times together. That's what I'm looking forward to. And by the way, your eyes are amazing. I loved when I was looking at your profile. That's what, also caught my attention, because you look into the eyes and it kind of like shows the person that they are.
Now I know it's just eyes.
Yeah, but they're very deep. You're very deep. When you look into an eye, and even your smile, it just lights up. It's very, it's very telling about a person. Everybody's personality is different. Like you said, like the French people, they act a certain way. Americans act a certain way. But I try to judge by how, all the actions are and everything. So your actions are very, very good, very friendly. So I like very much.
Thank you.
Do you
now I'm shy. Like you after sun, without despair.
Yeah, you're very red.
Yes, of course.
Do you know, like when you came to France, did you come with anybody or just your daughter?
I didn't know no one here.
Nobody there?
Zero, no.
Are there many other Ukrainians around? Like, have you bumped into or met any Ukrainians?
I even don't thinking about a lot of people when I just arrive. I just need to survive. It's totally different way of thinking. And I met a lot of people here. Yes, now, of course, a lot of people who are around me. But 1 year ago, it was terrible.
Yeah.
But we're there. It's okay.
Did they help you find a place to stay and live and all that stuff? Or did you have to do that all on your own?
No, French people really, really welcome in this time. First 3 months, it was everybody wants to help you so much that you even can't breathe, like too much helping. enough. Don't do that. Okay, I understand. Okay, it was like that. But after, of course, they little be calm and they understand everything. And for me, with my skills, it's very easy to find some job. I don't have any problem about that. I take a grant in Paris for my business. I found investors and I do the best what I can do here. And now I rebuild my business. I start to do the same in Poland. And after that, we will go to France.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's good though. I mean, you really know what to do, which is really good. You have
yeah, I know it.
You're a very smart woman. That's great.
Don't tell no man, I'm blonde, you see?
No. You're a very
it's
smart.
Not true. I'm blonde.
You're a very smart blonde.
No.
Come on.
No.
No, you're not smart?
No, of course not.
No. You know what they say about the blondes in America? What do they say?
It's the same in Ukraine.
Oh, is it the same in Ukraine? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't believe that though. Come on.
I want to believe. Why not?
Yeah.
You must be so clever, be so stupid. It's about that.
True. Yeah. Very true. Does your daughter go to school like in a physical
Yeah,
school,
of
or is
course.
she?
Oh my God, we changed the school here because in Ukraine we have private incredible school. It was everything was great, and here it's totally different system education, and it's like
Yeah,
totally different system education. You
yeah,
know,
and it
those
it
school it
must
was
be.
Catholic school. You can imagine Catholic school without any boy,
Yeah,
just French language, and it was a little bit terrible for her. And we changed. After that, she has school for 1 week, and after it was summer holiday, and now she in special school where they learn French language. Of course, it's not so easy, but it's more easy than it was in first school. That's it.
yeah, yeah. I know. I can imagine the French language would be hard. I think I would have a hard time trying to learn it. It's a different
It's
language for
terrible.
sure.
It's
Yeah,
terrible. Trust me, it's terrible.
yeah. Do you
I know
speak?
maybe like 20 words, and for me, it's like, oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
Jeremy, tricky thing here. When the lady can meet that level of man who can be confident and strong enough, she will be submissive. So she can be bossy any area out of her home, but not with her man. And she crave to meet that kind of man, probably. I'm not sure. Maybe she want to dominate in the couple, but I don't think that lady can enjoy of simp guy.
Mm.
Words. Well, that's more than I know. Bon,
You know, when I arrived here, I even can't say bonjour, like, oh my God,
bonjour. that's
bonjour.
that's what I was gonna say. That's what I know. Bonjour. That's about it. That's my level.
No, I'm like, it was movie in Ukraine. It was, I think you didn't know what is Elechka Людеєтка. It's Ukrainian things, it's women who know just 40 words, and that's it.
Oh
And we
wow.
like Elechka Людеєтка now, but in French language.
What do you think about like their food? Like, is their food their food's different than in Ukraine? I'm assuming, like their
Food
cuisine.
here, incredible food. No. Food here, incredible. In London, it's totally different way. It's if you want to have good food, it's more expensive. Here, very cheap. If you are talking about food,
Yeah,
here, incredible quality of food. It's not Germany, for example, or Poland, because Poland everything very fat. In Germany, I don't like it all. It's not my food. Beer and all the sausage and all the sauce. Now here,
yeah.
seafood, but I like fish and everything, and incredible wine. I need to stop drink there.
Uh-oh. You like the wine. Do you like white wine or red wine? Do you have a preference?
I love Saint Germain. It's special cocktail, It's like liqueur. You need to try Saint Germain and white wine. Oh my God.
I like white wine
Love
too.
it.
White wine is my
I
favorite.
really love it. Mhm.
Yeah, white wine is good. And you said you like seafood? Yeah,
Not too
like
much, but twice in a week, of course, yes. Because, if you every day eat just seafood, it's
yeah.
unreal.
And you said your daughter did horseback riding and stuff like that?
Yes. She has her horse in Ukraine, but Russian soldiers killed him. And now, no. But
Oh
yes,
wow.
before she has.
And what about you? Did you go horseback riding? What's your some things you like?
No, I don't like it at all. I'm boxing in Ukraine. I was boxing more than 10 years.
You were doing what?
Boxing.
Boxing.
Yes.
Yeah, like boxing?
Yes.
Oh, so you're gonna try to beat me up? you can knock me out? You got a right hook?
No, I'm a blonde. No.
Yeah. All right. Did you ever like get into a ring and box? Or you just did it for like exercise?
Not in relationship, sorry. I all time win. I don't like at all.
No, like when you did the boxing, like did you like spar like with people? Like
Yeah,
other
of course. Yes,
yeah.
yes, of course.
Yeah.
I did kickbox.
Guys, just believe me that every lady can feel the level of man, how strong he is, how confident he is, how successful he is. We feel this with the skin. So if you can meet that strong kind of man, she will behave herself differently. It's just a game between a man and a woman. And if you're not dominant, she will do this. She just will eat you. She will be up all the time, which will not work, of course, should be different.
Boxing, 3 years after Shotokan, 4 years and after boxing.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm learning something new all the time about you. That's very amazing. I never did boxing before.
Really?
Yeah.
It's incredible, really.
Yeah.
It's great
Yep.
cardio.
You have to show
And
me.
it's great anti-stress.
Yeah, I can imagine. I actually, for Christmas, my daughter's son wanted one of those virtual reality things. You put it on your head, and it's like you're
Yeah, I
going
know.
to the world. So he got it. I bought it for him for Christmas, and I'm like, you know what? This thing's actually pretty interesting. So I got one for myself, and it has boxing. You can box, so you're actually fighting people. So, and I'll tell you what, it's like a workout. Like even I'm not fighting a real person, but you're doing all the motions and everything like that. And I'm like, wow, it's very intense.
Yeah, you can imagine how much testosterone just go and how you feel after.
Yeah,
It's incredible feeling.
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. Even though I'm just virtually doing it, I'm doing all the motions, and I can feel my heart, pounding, and you're getting all intense and everything. So,
Guys, I think you will agree with me if the man not speak about virtual reality, if he really do this in his real life, it looks much more stronger and much more attractive. Yes, I agree with the comments that it makes you weak. Like, oh, I never tried boxing. Will you beaten me? Don't show your weak sides. Don't attract even her attention to your weak sides. Show that you're a strong man. So virtual reality, I understand this is his only experience, but like it makes this level that a lady will be above by her confidence, by her skills, by her interesting hobbies. And what hobby a man have next to such kind of woman? Will she be satisfied and interested next to a man without any hobbies, especially manly hobbies?
it's a good workout. So I started doing that now too, for like a workout session. It's very interesting. I found
No, it's really
very
great.
interesting. Because for my work, I drive a lot. I drive in the afternoon and the evening, and I'm taking phone calls during the day from a couple of offices that I do business with. And then, of course, I have drivers that call me. So sometimes I just sit around, and so much, then I need some kind of workout to, get going. So now I found that to be really good. And I have a dog, and I love taking her for walks at night. I love walking. It's just incredible coming home and just going for a nice walk. And
yeah, me the same. I have a dog too.
Yeah.
Smaller one.
Yeah, mine's a little bit bigger. She's a collie, like Lassie. Yeah, she's a beauty. She's like, I'll see if I can get her. I'll show you. Let me see if I can get her. Where, Leah? Maybe she'll come on the camera and you can say hi. She's coming now. Come here, Leah. Come here. My best friend here.
Oh, she's a small one.
Yeah, she's not too big. Let me try to pan down. There she is.
Oh.
There she is. That's Leah.
Hello, Leah.
Say hello. She's the best. She's got,
I believe you.
You know what they say about animals in general, especially dogs, and I've always had a dog since I was a little boy. It's like an unconditional love. Like they're just always happy to see you. They just want love, and they give you love, and that's all they really expect. And it's an amazing feeling.
Yes, but we never know what they're thinking about.
That's
because
true
they can't
too.
speak, Maybe if you have women or men who can't speak, you love them more. You didn't know?
Yeah, you don't know what they're thinking about. But she's great.
It's like kids invalid,
It's like what?
It's like kids invalid because you love them and you can't do another way. That's it. With dog.
Yeah, you just love them and that's it. So, but she's great. And I have people, because I drive, like I said, I'm usually busy in the afternoon and evening. So I hire dog walkers to come and they take her out and they give her all kinds of love. And so
you tell me, because I take Nyanya for my dog, babysitter for my dog when I was in London, because she can stay at home alone.
Yeah. So you
can imagine how I'm crazy about that? Yes.
Yeah.
I totally understand you.
Yep. And when I had to do the same thing when I came to Ukraine, I was gone for like 2 weeks, and I actually had people come and staying to take care of her. My daughter was good too, but you know how kids are, even though she's an adult, you know, sometimes they're not very good at responsibility still. So I'd try to get her to come walk the dog, and then she would forget. So I
Guys, here I want to say, if you can see, we have war in Ukraine, successful lady who passed through all these challenges. What kind of lady do you think she will be? Ukrainian ladies, they can't stand with tough periods and can cope them. And of course, after such kind of challenges, they expect to meet someone strong. And nothing good if the lady just give up if she is a single mom. What she should do? That is great that she's strong enough, but of course she need the same level or higher level men next to her.
always had people that would come and walk her and take care of her. Just because when I was gone, when I go away, my daughter kind of runs everything for me. So she can get really busy also. She's actually out working right now. So whenever I travel, like I said, I want to start doing more traveling. At least I know I still have my business is still running, and I don't have to worry about it so much. I can actually go away and enjoy myself.
That's true. That's true.
You know, which
Funny.
is nice. Yeah.
That's funny. It's interesting.
What do you
about responsibility?
What do you feel that you're looking for most, like in your man? Like, do you have anything specific that you look for that you're drawn to in a man?
Oh, it's not specific, but I very quickly understand it's my or not. And that's it.
Yeah.
I exactly know what I want, of course, and it's not about some special things,
It's like in an individual thing. You just go by that individual, like just see what.
Guys, Natalia is being herself, and she don't play games. She show what kind of personality she is, and no need to put any masks, not to waste her time and time of a man. So I don't see any problem with her behavior.
It's repeat, please.
Like individually, like you don't have anything specific. It's just you can tell.
No, it's I'm not 11 years old girls who just saw picture and that's it. It's about a lot of things, and you can't even imagine. Sometimes like you have some typical, but after that you will meet some person you even can't imagine it can be your person. But wow, you feel so good and everything fine, and that's it.
Yeah.
You can't have, if you have some type, it doesn't work, I think.
No, I agree 100%. 100%. I think that sometimes you just meet somebody and you might not realize that they're the person that you're really supposed to be with. And if you get your mind set that you have to have a certain type of person, you might walk past the one person that you're really supposed to be with and might be the happiest with. So yeah, that's a good way to look at it. It's a very good thinking.
Because it's another way, that's it.
Yeah, definitely. I like how you think. It's very nice. Like what is so like you didn't do the horseback riding, like what things do you like to do? Like what entertainment wise, like what when you're not working, like what do you like to do? Painting?
Playing piano.
I think your profile said you did some yoga too.
Yoga too sometimes, yes.
And music, do you play music or you just like certain types of music?
Classic music.
Classical, yes, I like classical.
If you're talking about live music, or it can be some travel, it can be a lot of things,
Yeah. Yeah, you said you've done a lot of traveling and you liked going to Asia?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like Asia people, they're very open minded. Yeah. And they're very, very kind. They're very poor, but they're so kind, without all these luxury things, but it's incredible.
Yeah. That's someplace I like. I try to think about places that I would like to go and places I'd like to see, and there's so much to see in the world, and I think people take it for granted. But even in our own countries, like I live in America, and there's a lot of places that I haven't even seen in America that I'm thinking about, like
You can go anywhere, of course, yes.
yeah, like different places that I want to see that I haven't been able to go to yet. Have you been to America before?
In Miami, I worked before with surgery. I was assistant, yes, and
In
that's it.
Miami?
Yeah,
How long were you there for?
2 weeks. For
Two
me, sorry,
weeks?
like a village, but good village.
Yeah. Yeah, Miami's a little bit of different. That's down in Florida. My mother lives in Florida, but not in Miami. She lives in a smaller area down there. It gets very hot down there. It's hot all the time.
No, they have incredible weather, and that's
Yeah.
it.
That's about it. Yeah.
Okay, like once, 2 times in a week, you can go there, like to walk in near oceans. That's it.
Yeah. I
But
live in I live about 2 hours north of Manhattan, like New York City, like the big city. I live about
Mhm.
2 hours north. In a smaller city, it's not a huge, it's not a Kiev. I don't live like in a big city like Kiev, but close to Manhattan and bigger cities around. Um,
So small.
it's not too small, but Manhattan is huge. Like I've been down there many times for work, and I've went down to visit, and there's like what 5 million people down there. It just
I want to admit success of Billy because he really trying to be active, to ask questions all about her. He explains, he talk, but not that much as before. And he really tried to compete with her, to be a little up. He can't by his personality, but he trying. And this is a good thing, good quality of Billy, that he keep trying.
it's just it for me. Whenever I was walking around in Manhattan, it always just seemed like it smelled. Like when I was in Kiev, I walked around and you didn't have that smelly feeling. Like it seemed pretty clean to me, the parts at least that I was in. But in Manhattan, when you walk around, it's just like there's so many homeless people and there's like just a
Oh, you can't imagine how many homeless people here in Paris. Oh my God.
oh yeah,
Oh
a lot.
yeah, too much.
Yeah.
Really, it's unreal. It's too
Yeah.
much. With me, I'm so shocked about that.
Yeah. It
Too
still
much.
shocks me when I go down sometimes when I go down to the city and just to see so many people that are homeless and but it was always just a smell. It always just I had that weird smell. I don't know what it was, but I always felt bad that they would allow so many homeless people. Like in the wintertime, if you go down and there's like the storm drains and the heat comes up from underground and they just be sleeping there. And it's just like, how do they let that happen? I don't know. It's crazy.
Hmm.
But,
Interesting.
but when I was in Ukraine, I didn't see that much. So there was like
No,
that.
not too much. It's true.
Yeah. Yeah. It was very different. I actually liked, um, when I was in Kiev and I was walking on, I actually walked on that glass bridge that they tried to blow up. When I saw that video of that, I was like, wow, I was like, I was just on that bridge not too long ago. And then you have the bridge where you put the locks on when the lovers lock, the lovers bridge
Yes,
or something like
yes,
that
yes.
with the locks. I thought that was really neat.
Renee, good thing you admit. Yes, if the lady mutually interested, of course she will be curious to know all the information about him as well. But anyway, you can see she keep talking with him. She don't try to avoid questions or to go like to finish this interview, I can say, intro call. But yeah, this is a sign that lady not that involved in this communication, not that interested. So she answering, but don't asking questions.
Too. I thought that was great when I was going there. Then I did an underground tour, like
Yes.
underground tunnels or something, um, which was actually very interesting. Also, I saw some of the underground. We had to put it was some tour I went on, and we had to put like headgear on, and we went underground and under tunnels and all that stuff. And then we also went to a shooting range. We were shooting guns, which was quite interesting. Um, And the one guy was telling, I was really good. I was like hitting the mark all the time. And the guy's like, oh, we could use you. I thought they were going to recruit me into Ukrainian army. Yeah, in Kiev. Yeah, just outside of Kiev, they had a shooting range.
You know Kiev better than me.
Yeah, there was a shooting range. I was surprised too. My friends found it, and we just decided to go. And I was shooting. I never was like into shooting guns, so I'm like shooting this gun. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm hitting the target too, like far away. And the guy that, maybe he was a general in the army. I have no idea. He's tapping me on the shoulder. He's like, we take you. We're going to keep you here. And then, nonetheless, however many days later, the war actually really started. So I was like, wow, it was just a crazy experience. I know for me, it took us almost 4 days to get out into Poland. It was very hard. I was in, like I said.
So here we go, guys. Finally, he brought some interesting story, manly occasion from his life, from his experience. And next, again, tough story. Let's continue watching.
I was in Kherson, so trying to get to Poland, and then at the border for the men was horrible. It was a terrible experience.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I literally, when I crossed the border, I just had the clothes on my back. I didn't, and I had my money. I had to always keep my hands in my front pocket because at the border for the men, guys were always grabbing you and trying to steal from you, and it was very bad. And I had to leave all my baggage behind and everything. So when I crossed the border, it was just literally just what I had on my back. We had slept outside for 2 nights. I had frostbite on my feet. It was just like, I couldn't believe how crazy it was. It was because the border crossing that we went across was only meant to handle like a couple hundred people a day. And here now there's thousands and thousands of people. So it was difficult. When I got into Poland, they were actually very nice to me. I had to go to a refugee area to get, a doctor to see my feet. And then I finally made my way up to Warsaw and spent 3 or 4 days there. Warsaw wasn't too bad. I stayed in a nice hotel, the Nubu Hotel, which you would have liked. It was like a Japanese hotel. They had a Japanese restaurant, which I never had Japanese food before. So that was quite interesting. But it was just like having it. Did you ever have like Japanese or?
No, never. I won't,
yeah.
But
I was surprised. It was like the first real food I had like in 6 or 7 days. I lost 22 pounds we had no water, no food or anything for almost 7 days. Between going across the Poland, when we got to the border and we were there for 30 hours in a gate, like we couldn't get through, and they just kept us there for like 30 hours. No place to go to the bathroom, no water, no food or anything. And then there was a big fight, and I actually got turned around. I ended up by myself. My friends ended up going one way, and I went another way, and I ended up in a small little town in Ukraine. I don't even remember the name of the town. And I was trying to talk to people, but nobody spoke English. It was very hard to find anybody that spoke English.
You will see like my point of view next after this interview about this.
So I was pretty much on my own for a few days. So it was crazy. So when I got to Poland, and especially when I got to the hotel, I was like, oh, thank God. I was like, I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, I was bloodied because there was fighting, and I was just mud. I was dirt. And I just looked at myself. I had 22 pounds in 7 days. I was surprised I even lost that much. But I always say, it makes you stronger.
Like extremely lost. It's totally different. It's so unhealthy. It's terrible, of course.
Yeah. So I had to take my time when I started eating. I had to, just take my time and start eating again very slowly. But it made me stronger. It made me a stronger person. Everything I went through, I feel like I said, sometimes we have to go through bad things, and it changes our outlook on life. So
all my story about how I did this. But trust me, you have incredible, very easy way.
Yeah.
Just trust me.
How long did it take from Ukraine to France? Like, you were stopping in different countries, I'm assuming. Like, how long of a journey was it?
7 days.
How many days?
7.
7?
Yes.
Well, that's actually quicker than what I thought it would be. That's pretty quick.
Yes, 7 days.
And what kind of You have a dog. What kind of dog?
Multiple.
Say it again.
Multiple.
It's a ton. I'm assuming it sounds like a small dog.
Yeah, it's small dog, just 2 kilo.
Yeah, there's a little one like this. Yeah.
Typical blonde with small dog.
Yeah. Easy to travel with, right? You could just throw it in the thing and go.
Yes. Sorry, it's a pleasure to speak with you, but I need to call my people who now call me maybe 10 times, and I need to tell them because
Okay.
we put our product in Poland now, and they need to discuss with me everything. And I
Okay.
think they will. Thank you for your time and nice to meet you.
So very nice. Hopefully we can talk again soon.
Наташа, до свидания, спасибо за ваше время.
Take
Bill,
care.
I ask him to...
Мне адвокат уже звонит раз 5 моя.
Да, конечно, вы нормально поговорили, отлично. Я от Татьяны жду тогда фидбэк и обмен контактами.
Хорошо,
Всего хорошего вечера. Billy, I will ask to stay with me, okay?
Sure.
Okay, do you have time? Just maybe 5-10 minutes.
Yeah. No, I changed my work schedule so I could stay around.
Great. What are your impressions about Natalia, about your conversation?
What do I think about it?
Yeah, how it goes?
It was different than what I thought it was going to be.
What were your expectations?
It's hard because from what I was just going by her picture and a few words that were in her profile, so it was kind of hard. She was a very strong woman.
Yeah, exactly.
I got that impression that she's very strong, very. I'm trying to look for the right word. She's motivated with her work, so her job's very important.
She's a single mom. She have to be motivated because
so she had that strong,
huge responsibility, and that age of child needs a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
But, Billy. And guys, I will explain you a little bit. Here we have our first coaching with Billy. Before, I didn't speak with him before this intro call with Natalia, and now we have first conversation with him, and I will try to explain to him how things going. Do you understand what it means?
About what?
That she's a strong woman with ambitions.
Yes and no. I was trying to get that read from her. I was trying to get the feeling of her, like you said, being strong in her ambitions. It sounds like her job is very important, which is good. Trying to see where the man fits into that situation, because I know we're being taught to be the man's supposed to be the supportive man, the strong man to take care of his family. Yeah,
what I can see by Natalia, she's beautiful, she's strong, she's caring mother, and if she's strong, so she's successful, as you can see. A lot of traveling. She has her own car, she has her own business, and what you can see by her hobbies, they are not cheap. So she a successful woman. She will expect from her man that he should be more successful than her. Like she have to have next to her a strong man, a strong in different ways, strong morally, like who can do this moral support, who can be always calm, always supportive, always confident in himself, right?
Yep.
And financially stable, also important for such category of ladies, because she's very high quality lady.
Yeah.
And we will see her impressions. You had, as for me, great conversation. It was very alive, I want to compliment you. I can see Luba made a great job, and you was a good pupil, because you was like, you did compliments, you was interested with your questions, which like creating good communication. those communication were alive. It's good that you had some, topic to topic, you switch topics, and you have something to discuss, to explore each other. It's important. But as she said, like, she understands very quickly what kind of man she needs. It will work or it will not. So we will wait, of course, for her decision. The only thing I want to admit about your conversation, Billy, don't speak with ladies at the beginning about this period when you escaped from Ukraine. Like, it's important topic. It's important to have these talks to explain this experience. It's tough but important experience, which definitely make a person stronger. But at the same time, don't show this period, especially when she doesn't ask questions. Yeah, right now more and more about this situation. For ladies, it looks a little bit weak when you speaking about all these complications. It's part of your life, it's your experience, it's important to discuss, but in special moment when you become a little closer, and from time to time you can have such sincere conversations and you can share this experience, but when you start this, like, you initiator of this story, especially at the first meeting, it shows a little bit like you want to share this bad experience. It shows like weak sides of men. Strong men, they, manly all the time, strong like a rock, and they never try to complain. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't feel. You should, of course, but better to leave such kind of stories for some sincere moments when you speak indirectly, one-on-one, and once you will come to these stories, yeah, to this experience. And lady, when she will know this experience from you, these details, she will think like, oh my God, you're so strong, you passed through such difficulties and you never complained. So this is my advice to you for future. We will know soon her response. Does she interested to exchange contacts and to communicate personally? If she will agree, I'd wish to have some Zoom coaching call with you before you will have her contacts, to give you some more tips, some advices, the way you should communicate. Of course, you should be yourself. You are who you are, right? And your person should love you by your personality, by your qualities. It should be, your person should accept you as you are. But very important, as you could experience with Ukrainian ladies, very important to show at the very beginning your best qualities and to build this communication. And this communication, it's like a game between a man and a woman. Billy, our women difficult to understand our culture.
Oh, definitely. Like I said, it's, but every woman's different, like, because she's different than any woman that I've been with her.
We have something in common which is difficult to explain, and you can't have universal instruction step by step to every lady. Personal keys, but the most important that, first of all, our ladies, they observing, they watching on you, how much you talking, what kind of conversations do you have, how interesting personality you are, and they creating a picture of you from this very first meetings and datings. And for you, like for a foreign man, it's so important to show that you are strong and interesting man. Not over communicate. We discussed this at the live stream, right? And of course, not to ghosting ladies. So you should show your interest, of course. You should, like,
I think I did better. I tried to pull back and talk less, and I asked as many questions as I could to get her.
Really, I want to compliment you. You did great. Really, I enjoyed your communication this call. I really enjoyed. So you did everything right. The only thing is about this story about how you escaped from Ukraine.
Yeah, and I think the only reason why
comment.
Yeah, the thing I maybe I brought that up is because she said, she had her 7-day journey, and I thought, well, maybe this is something we have in common. Like, it took me
but
a couple of days.
I just want to advise you how she will, like, it will give you more points if you will make this like a masculine secret. Like, you can say something in general, like I'm sorry, like something mysterious, like, I had my own experience. It took 4 days. I know how it was there on the borders.
Yeah.
Once I can share with you something like that, and not much.
Yep.
It would looks much more attractive. This is my personal advice for you because I'm a lady. For me, it's more easy to give you some advices because I know what ladies want.
No, definitely.
So yeah, let's wait for her response, and when we will get her response, anyway, I will make a follow-up with you, and I'd wish to have our one-on-one conversation because stream, it was great experience, but it's pressure because of public, yeah, a lot of people, and very easy to leave comments online, right? When somebody's sitting next to computer, not not in the front, not in the front of the camera, it's very easy to leave comments. But this very straightforward and sometimes even rude comments, they help us to grow, yeah, to see the root of the problem. Maybe even they like making more drama in some ways, but
Yeah.
it help us to
Well,
see to explore our weak sides and to change them, yeah, to become
yeah,
better.
and the only thing I found, and I let everybody do whatever they wanted to do. I was there for 2.5 hours, and if you want to call it a boxing match, I was taking my hits. You know, everybody has their own feelings and whatever, and I sat there. Not many guys probably would have went through what I did, and I did it, and hopefully it helps people. But
Definitely, it's a good
for,
lesson for other people
for
also, yeah.
me, when it came to the needy part, the only thing, and it, I don't know how I work on it with myself. The neediness is not a need like this neediness thing, but for me, when I started this journey on looking for, you know, my future, hopefully my forever love, and looking for a woman, whether it was here in America.
Guys, I will make a small pause. I can see the result of your voting and about SMV. You can see Natalia, she is beautiful, she is successful, she is confident, she knows what she wants. She quite bossy until she will not meet correct the guy. So what is your opinion? What kind of man should be? So these SMV points, right, we have, it means that men should bring something on the table to conquer such a high quality woman. And you need to understand when you choose model looking lady, well educated with her personal opinion, when she can support communication, when she can cope with different kind of situations in her life. So you should be equal to such level of lady and need to be realistic in such things. You need to offer something back. So you need to be the same level or compatible in many things. So it's a huge difference, 4 plus points between Natalia and Billy SMV. It's a very big difference. So I think Billy like want too much to choose such level of ladies. But as he said to me, like she said yes to me. Okay, she said yes, but it means that she expect that you will bring something to her with your qualities. And what are the most important qualities, guys? How do you think for ladies? Your masculinity and your responsibility. When a strong man, interested in life, when he mentally healthy, has interest in his own life, and then he can be compatible with such a high quality woman. So very important to be realistic. You don't choose a doll at the shop. No, guys. Our ladies, they are not only beautiful, they are not dolls. They also have personality. And we looking at you on a man, not only like appearance, not only outside picture. We expecting very strong qualities from a man, and it will make your SMV much higher.
America or another country.
Mm-hmm.
In my mindset is I'm looking not just for a girlfriend or a wife or anything, but I'm looking for like my best friend. So for me, wanting to talk a lot and communicate it's just it's not a need. I need. But it's just like I feel like I want the woman to be my best friend. So I feel like we would be talking and sharing all the
Mhm.
time, whether we were married and because I don't know how it is in Ukraine with married men and women. If do they talk a lot? Do they not talk a lot? But for
Very
me,
individual.
for me, I want that connection where that we're best friends. Like
Yeah.
you
Billy, I
just
understand your point of view, and I'd wish to say to you, like, every person needs some time to meet, to be lucky, to meet her or his second half. And some people introverts, some people extroverts, right? The same,
yep,
we share and want to receive love in different ways. Some people love touches, like languages of love. Yeah, some people like talks. Some
yep.
people appreciate only deals, only actions and support. So very important to meet your correct person. Maybe you should do nothing with yourself, and you one day just can be lucky to meet that kind of woman who need exactly what you can offer, yeah, exactly what you're sharing and what you're seeking
I'm
back.
like
Guys, share please in comments. Do you find this coaching, which we try to show you without any reduction, so you can see things from inside, how they going with our real clients? Do you find it helpful for you? And do you see any changes? I understand that we will have upcoming episodes. You will lead, follow this story. Share please your opinion with me.
I'm like a mix. Like I like to communicate, I like to talk, I like the touch and the physical and all that stuff. And I'm very supportive. Um, I make a good living too. I'm not a millionaire, but I make a I make a good living for what I do.
Mhm.
But I just like to talk. I just feel like the communication because I'm a talker. I can tone it down if I know the woman isn't as talkative as much or whatever. But
With Ukrainian ladies, a little more complicated, not only with the Ukrainian, I mean, with people in general. And if to talk about psychology, like everything we wish, when we receive everything in that way we wish, we are not happy with that, if it is an easy prey.
yeah,
We people, we have such a mixed feelings and wishes and desires, and sometimes we are not, we know what we want, but when we receive exactly what we wished, we become not satisfied. The same in relations. When you seek in somebody whom you can talk and hug and kiss and support and to deal with, and when you receive this attention, you can be not happy, like, oh, it's over communication, I'm tired, or something, about this. So lady can wish exactly the same. Some lonely ladies, they, of course, they want a man who will message, good morning, honey, who will hug her, who will take her hand and have these walks, downtown or somewhere at night, travel with and do all these things. But sometimes it has something between these steps and actions.
yeah,
And very important to, like, to save this game, this chemistry between a man and a woman, when everyone should be um a little stranger, a little not fully yours,
yeah.
and
It's
you will still
definitely
have this wish to conquer this person, and it works both ways.
yeah. It's a dance because like even when I
Yeah.
was in Ukraine and I was going on dates, like when I went the first time and I had did the speed dating and all that stuff, and I think there was like 80 or 90 women, and almost every woman had given me her telephone number. I think only two because like the one girl was 20 years old. So I had many women to pick from. So I did go on dates, and I would say almost every single woman was completely different. One woman just wanted to talk all about politics.
Mhm.
One woman wanted like kind of like is it Natalia or Natalie? I don't know how to say her name.
Yeah, the same. Natalie.
Yeah, she was pretty much about her work. So I dated women like that. But to try to find, I didn't find, I had women that wanted to just go back to my hotel room with me after like one dinner. So I had met so many different women.
Really, you should
And I think
understand
for me,
that was not sincere woman. It
yeah,
was
and I don't,
it was
I
an
agree. That's why
experience.
I never went back with, with a woman. I haven't been with a woman in over 6 years because I'm waiting for that one special woman. I could,
Yeah.
when I was in Ukraine, I could have had sex like there was no tomorrow. I mean, there was women, whether it was on dates or I was out at a club or a bar,
Really,
was
I advise you
it was
to
crazy.
forget about those women because
But
I think skeptical about those speed datings because I
well, and
think
I
that
also met like other women just on the street. I tried to just walk around and I would just talk to people because I was so interested in just meeting new
Mhm.
people and meeting different cultures. So I would talk to women, you know, young girls maybe in their 20s, and I talked to women that were 60s. Like I'd sit down on a bench and just talk to a woman, and if she spoke English, and I was so surprised at how open and friendly
Mhm.
um even the older women were. You know, they call me a nice young man, you know, and we would talk. But it's just hard to get that, you know, connection. So and when it's so fast, like when I was there for like 9 or 10 days, and everything was so rushed. And so
Mhm.
I was like, it's just too much, you know, it was too much. It was like a kid in a candy store, so to speak. You had so much to choose from, but then it was not enough time for me to know who was real. And then
Yeah.
the process I went through, they pushed me to one woman, um, and they made me say all these things that I honestly didn't even really mean. They gave me a printout of something to read, and it just left such a bad taste in my mouth afterwards. I was like, well, I definitely don't want to go do that
Mhm.
experience again,
Yeah.
because I just felt like I was pushed all the way here, and I was made to say things and do things that it wasn't me, it wasn't who I was. um
Guys, I will come to the chat. Renee, Jana, do you think Ukrainian lady's SMV increases when she moves abroad? Uh, Difficult to answer. I think the lady still keep the same SMV, have the same SMV, but probably with that kind of qualities, she will be more appreciated at your culture. Your men would be like crave such qualities, such kind of ladies when the lady is beautiful, successful, intelligent, well educated, has her own opinion, and family oriented. So probably yes, I difficult to judge because I never been to US and I can't have this experience, so difficult to judge. I think yes, because our men a little spoiled. Also, guys, I want to show you some details. Can you see Natalia here on pictures? So nice looking dresses, costume, very sexy. You can see on video. She came on the video date without like specific preparation. She didn't take care about her hair. She was casual, not in the dress. She didn't try to impress Billy. I think the roots here because she is confident. She know that she beautiful as she is. Also, from my lady's perspective, I can understand that probably ladies want to show to a man like what he will deal with in usual life. I can't say that it was bad. It absolutely was not bad. So she is well groomed, but she didn't put too much effort to impress him. She didn't try, right, to make a very high impression. But she has her manicure. At that moment, you don't know, but before when we had this intro call, she said like, I'm staying right now at the salon and I'm busy. I just finished my pedicure. So our ladies keep watching, keep looking, take care about themselves. So she take care about herself on high good level, but at the same time she didn't try to um, impress him, like to be incredibly beautiful, to do specific hairstyle or special makeup, dress. This is interesting comment. Thank you, Joseph. Example based on my 5 years experience dating in Ukraine. My SMV went up 3 points in Ukraine versus Canada. maybe if the person especially will keep the same lifestyle, the same qualities and values, I think SMV of Ukrainian ladies will be much higher if the lady will not relax and agree, assimilate into new culture. So continuing.
So then, then I went back the second time and met somebody from a different site, and that just was bad. But at least I wasn't there by myself. I had went with two other friends, so it was a different experience. But now, now I'm trying to do, this journey and everything like that. And again, every woman I've talked to so far is completely different. So just trying to see, but I'm very open and honest also. So, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's good quality. It's important to be open-minded, to be honest. Everything is good, but
But but
you and me here should be sincere between each other, yeah, to have success. And I will be maximum straightforward with you because I need you to be successful. I need to explain you some things which should work, yeah. And
yeah,
sometimes not enough to be just a nice guy. I mean, to be honest is great quality because honesty, it's almost the same like loyalty. It's very
yeah.
important quality, and without loyalty, I can't imagine relations, yeah, genuine relations,
No, honesty
long-term
is very
relations.
important. And that's
Yes.
what I was trying to say to you when we were on the video, when we were doing the live stream, because you had originally thought maybe I was only picking women in their 30s, but that actually wasn't true. I don't know if you had went back and looked at the women that I picked, but I had also picked women in their 40s, and I think only one of them out of all the women I picked in their 40s, chose me, and the one was
Mm-hmm.
Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so strange about the women because I actually, and that's why I was trying to defend myself, but I had kind of just given up because I'm trying to defend something that nobody can really know but me. Like the messages that the women were sending to me. And I was like, I wasn't really being overly trying to be talkative or pushy or anything like that. It was like with Victoria, we did our first introduction call like I just had just now. But then it was like a 2 week gap because something was going on with Joe and Anna, and it was like the transition period from him going to her, like her taking the business, and then with me, I was the only one that's doing this program. I paid some money and then I got to pay more and all this other stuff. So there was paperwork involved. So it was like a 2 week gap where me and
Mm-hmm.
Victoria did not talk at all. Zero. She
Mm-hmm.
wanted to.
Jeremy, in your opinion, do you think she ended the call because she was bored or wanted to end it, or do you really think she has to go? Um, all of this, I think. First of all, they had a conversation, this Zoom intro, during 45 minutes, I think, which is absolutely not bad, almost 1 hour. It's absolutely enough to understand. Second, as you can see, she's very straightforward lady who understands very quickly what she really needs. So it was enough time for her to understand Billy's personality and no need this long talks like 2 hours or and as I know, she really had to go. She explained before Zoom that she had her business trip to Poland the next day or in a couple of days, and she really need to organize a lot. And so all of this, and she understood enough for herself. Um, anyway, she was polite and she kept answering to Billy, and she didn't cut this video call too fast, like in 10 or 20 minutes. If lady doesn't have an interest, she will escape very fast, very quickly.
She wanted to talk to me. She said yes to me and she was excited, but I didn't get her contact information for at least 2 weeks. So then when we finally started talking, there was back and forth, but she was in school a lot in Germany. They do a lot of schooling. So I would send a hello. I would send a message in the evening. She would message me, but we didn't video. There was no video. And so when we finally did get on video, it was such a bad connection. That's when I did pay for her internet. Not a big deal. It was a process because I had to pay her father first. But then we really didn't talk. So it was for me, I was like, everybody's saying to me that I want to talk so much. Meanwhile, we didn't talk. We had the 1 hour, 10-minute first conversation. After that, we were 10 minutes on
But
video with each other.
should be a reason for that, you know, everything what I hearing, for me it's a little weird, because if you had this great conversation at the
Yeah.
beginning, something should happen.
Well, what she came across and what was told to me is she wanted me in Germany like that. Like after one conversation, she expected me. This is what she said. And then that she started expressing it to me at first that I should just fly over there. And even if it was just for a cup of coffee, and I'm like, does she realize I live in America and she's currently in Germany? It was like she acted like that I lived next door and I could just jump in the car and go visit her. I'm like, it's unrealistic after one conversation that I'm going to jump on a plane and come someplace that I'm not meeting 5 other women. I'm only meeting you. And what am I going to do?
It's important to build this communication, like to explore yourself to each other.
And that's what I was trying to do.
It happens, I think, during maybe 1 week, people can talk enough to have this desire to see each other.
There wasn't even a 1 week period where we talked that much because I couldn't, her internet was bad. And then finally, when her internet was better, we never even got on video because we did some messaging back and forth. And that's when the whole thing came like, oh, well, you know, I have what, because then what she tells everybody else and what she was telling me is, oh, I can be off the end of December and January. We can spend a lot of time together. And that's where all the confusion got. I said, okay, I'll wait till then because you're going to have more time. But then she was telling everybody, no, he doesn't want to come. I feel like he's not going to come. Meanwhile, she's telling me to come at the end of December and January and the beginning of January. So that's where I was like, why is it? It's like, is somebody lying? Because it's not me. You know, it just was so confusing. And then I said, sure, I'll come then. We can spend all this time together and make.
Jeremy, that is why we have this coaching, and that is why we show into you mistakes, what not to do, how we try to act and avoid this kind of mistakes for future. Because some people, some men really need help, really need to understand things which they can't understand. As you could see by three previous video dates with 3 previous ladies, he like really used the script. Seems like he reading from the same text. All was the same. Here were some differences. It was a little bit different from previous ones. He was more active. He asked questions, so he was more oriented to know more about the lady. And he also like was more brief. What I can see from previous interview, he didn't tell all his stories about all his family, and he was much more brief. So yeah.
These beautiful memories, hopefully. And then it just ended because, you know, all the confusion. With Natalia, I have no idea. I mean, that not Natalia, Katerina, she's off her rocker. Because she was saying that I was trying to talk to her too much. We barely communicated at all. I mean, she disappeared for like 4 days and we had like no communication at all. It was around the holidays, and I guess she went to be with her brother. So I didn't even message her. I
will try. Chat, SMV is sexual market value. To explain you what kind of reasons could be. I was not like a person who could control your communication. I don't know her side. I can hear your side, but I wasn't there. Yeah.
No, but I was just listening to what Joe had said, and I'm like, and I couldn't defend myself at all. I was just like, what you're saying is not even what happened, because we didn't talk that long, and for like 4 days we didn't even speak. So like I was like, how am I trying to, you know, be needy when we didn't even talk? I gave you the time with your brother. You said before you went to Australia to get married, you were going to be with him, and I left her completely alone.
Jacob, he doesn't take accountability. You know, Jacob, what I want to say. Anyway, he didn't offend. It was really how to say softly. It was really crushed live stream with the Billy when he came live with Joseph, with me. He received a lot of critiques from your comments and need to be quite brave man and in some level confident, not that confidence when you show your masculinity and know how to say what to say. He stand with all those critics and he still keep trying and he tried to accept all the advices and he try to change himself. It not comes that fast and not that easy. Every experience you try to learn and to make little changes in your behavior. Guys, I believe in Billy and I respect him that he kept try and didn't give up and didn't say like, oh, you don't believe in me, you only blame me in everything. Yes, he did mistakes, but he did learn as well.
So I was like, I don't know where
I
this.
will try to explain to you that moments not to have these misunderstandings and not to have these blackouts in your communication, because it's so important, because you as a man, you should be like a flame. You should flame the lady, burn her burn her interest to you, and then she will waiting for your messages impatiently, and she would be ready and happy to respond to you even as soon as possible. Sometimes it can be some game between a man and a woman, like she can make some delay. It's warm feelings a little bit when you have this delay, when you're waiting for this message and thinking about other person. It's nice feeling if not overplaying, but very important to build this interesting connection. So important. Not to be unserious. So of course at the very beginning you need to admit your serious intentions, that you will be ready to come to see her and you're ready for serious certain relations as marriage in the future. So you're seeking for this, right?
Yep.
And at the same time, to be funny, to be interesting, not to miss this moment when two people, especially men and a woman, like dames on the flame, when they build in this connection, this chemistry. It's such an important period which you shouldn't miss, because if you will not have this missing and everything would be like interview, it would not be interesting for women and she will skip.
Yeah, so, that's why even with Natalie, I was trying to make it fun and laughing and smiling. I was trying not to make it like an interview. I was trying to just make it like a conversation we'd be having if we were sitting next to each other.
So the system is man and a woman. We creating profiles with the pictures, with the introductory letter. We send to ladies of men's choice this intro package, and those ladies who will say yes that they are interested to know the men, we organizing this Zoom intro call like near 1 hour. And the point of this call to communicate personally, one-on-one, and to see not pictures, not from studio, not photoshopped. So to see the person in reality, to hear the voice, to see the body language, to understand this spark. Do you have exciting communication or not? And if after this intro call, people feel interest to each other, both of them. So after this, we asking the man, do you like this lady? Do you want to continue? And as well, lady gave her response to our matchmaker. Is she interested after this interview to know the man closer? If both of them match, we exchanging personal contacts and they able to do free out of match guarantee, out of coaching video calls, any messenger, any app. They can communicate as much and then when they want.
Each other. I was trying to
need to
make
feel, and this is very important skills to be this person who can feel the partner, like the mood of the partner, her views and interests. Like if the person is serious, of
Mm-hmm.
course better not to be like a clown, yeah, next to this person. If the
yeah.
person like easygoing manner, so of course better also and the same time you need to be yourself, of
Yeah.
course, but you should also judge, is it suitable for you? Are you feel comfortable with that? But
That
on your shoulders as a man, at the beginning, more responsibility, on ladies also responsibility, to be this mysterious feminine lady with special energy, to be beautiful and amazing for you when you want to grab her, yeah, when you want to stall this lady.
and
And
that's what I was
on your
trying to also
shoulders,
find out with Natalie when I asked about if the daughter had seen her father. I was trying to see how long she had been, single, but I never got the feel because
right.
that's important because is she like for me it's like is the woman ready for the relationship? It sounded like to me, I don't know what you heard, that maybe she hadn't been with anybody in 10 years or she hasn't just been with the guy with the father in 10 years. I couldn't figure that part out. Um because that's important. It's like it's
I don't think that she will open all the cards at the beginning for such kind of questions. If she free right now, if she's single,
yeah,
means that
because
something work wrong, right?
I was
Last
just trying
10
to
years.
feel because she seemed like very much into her job. So for me, my thinking, and this is what my thinking now, is what's her priority? Making sure, you know, her job is going really good. Is like that's her 100% focus, or does she have time
Of course.
for a man
She
to
can, oh, Bill, our women, they can dance with the work, with children, and with men at the same time.
yeah, you want I
Yes.
like to dance. I
A
remember when I
woman,
came on to I popped on that live stream with you just for that a few minutes, and then I heard the echo. Now I know why, because I had to come in separately and I had my YouTube on. I was actually thinking about, but the one woman I was going to talk to was Marina. And that's why I was asking about Poland a little bit too. I was supposed to have a date with Marina. I think she was 35 and she had a daughter and she was in Poland and
uh-huh.
she canceled twice. And short notice too. One was like a half an hour before she canceled, said something came up, and then she changed it to like it was early in the morning for me, but I still woke up to do it. And then I got a notice that she canceled again. And then they took her off the website because they said she wasn't any good. But then Joe made it seem like she canceled twice just because then she said, I don't know, because of the age. But then why did you pick me in the first place? And why would you cancel twice? But then they took her off the website. So I was so confused. I'm like, first you're saying she's off the website because she's saying, but then you're telling Joe was like saying, oh, because she felt the age difference. So, but why would you cancel twice? Why wouldn't you just say the first time, I don't think it's going to work. I changed my mind, like that.
It's
It was so
difficult.
crazy to
It
me.
is difficult to say, and you should be ready
But she
that
wasn't
the
saying,
Ukrainian,
but she wasn't saying it to me. She was saying it to
yeah,
you guys. She
yes,
could have just
yes,
said,
it is more easy to say this to somebody that to say this directly in eyes to a person because she feel pity and sorry for this unpleasant information. And every lady hope that this man would be her special man. If she doesn't feel this special things, special connection, it can't work with every man, right? But she want to use this chance.
yeah,
So, okay, she didn't feel, but it's really difficult for our culture to say straightforward, face to face, like, I'm sorry, I don't like you. I'm sorry, you are boring. I'm sorry, you are not enough successful. I'm sorry, you are not enough beautiful for me. It's difficult phrases. Ukrainian ladies will avoid in any
yeah,
way truly reasons because in our culture, Bill, is not to offend a person, not to say this rude truth, and this truth can be truth just for this person. It can be like objective, right?
yeah. But with her, like she never even saw me. She said yes to the first video date, but then canceled twice, and then supposedly that was it. But and then there's so much gaps in between. They say that you're supposed to wait 2 weeks from an introduction to have another one just in case somebody changes their mind. And with me
Bill, I
and
think I think we should forget about all this experience, like we should make conclusions for future, but don't try to find reasons when you didn't even have this real opportunity to build connection, right, with this lady.
Yeah,
So we will not waste time for her because she didn't show sincere interest to you. She didn't give you a chance, and maybe she have reasons for that. But it's okay. We will just skip this moment, and our purpose is to build genuine connection in the future. Just we need to be patient and to wait for this correct lady who will fall in love with you, who you are, who will
yeah.
enjoy the way of communication
And
you can be.
I had thrown Natalie's name out, and I just went on the website real fast because I was waiting for this woman Olga, who was 39 years old and had a child, and she just never responded back because she said she agreed to a video, but then I did Katerina first, and then I had to wait 2 weeks before Olga, and then Olga wasn't getting back, so then I didn't know what to do, so I just picked Natalie. Um, so just the whole process was like it started
Yes,
in
yes,
October,
you
and
should be
now
ready that this would be a process.
yeah, so
Definitely, it's more difficult to build connection on the distance, especially when you're staying so far, and you can check your truly feelings only when you come. And this is a challenge for you first, of course.
yeah, and part of me
So
was hoping that the one. I mean, it was just inside of me. I was hoping the woman in Poland, Marina, was gonna, we were gonna get on video. It was gonna be great because I was actually looking when I was talking to you and I jumped on video. I was asking about Poland because I actually wanted to come back to Poland,
mhm.
um, because I wanted to go back to the hotel that I stayed in after when I got there, and I was there for 4 days because they helped me so much.
Mhm.
And I was like, you know what? I just want to go back to Poland.
Jacob, why he keep talking about something which didn't happen just because Billy was desperate to meet someone, anyone, any woman who will have mutual interest to him. That is why, because he did care.
To Warsaw and just spend some time and just thank some of the people and for what they did for me
I
because
think
it really
because your heart has hope that you stay in search and that you desire to meet someone. That is why you try not to rush events, but to attract this in your life as soon as possible. I understand your desires and your wishes in this way. I mean, you know the saying, if some doors closed for us, this is for better because somewhere you have your correct door, right?
yeah and I did learn, life is too short. I mean, I did go through a lot trying to get out of uh Ukraine and hold on one second, please.
Mhm.
Hello.
Hey, couple of jobs for you. Just want to tell you about Bill Brooks after Connolly.
Send that to Rachel 51017.
Okay. All right, to get him over or her.
Okay, yeah, and we're getting a lot of snow here too, so I don't know what's going to go out or not today. We'll see.
Okay. All right. Well, just do your best. This particular one here. Hold on.
And what was the other one? You said Millbrook. What's the other?
This one's not time sensitive, but just do
Yeah.
your best, Connolly.
Yep.
The other one is Hyde Park.
Kirshner Avenue. That's Rachel. Yeah, Rachel also 51017.
Okay. All right. Very good. I'll get them all over.
Thank you. Bye bye. Sorry about that. Sometimes
It's
work does
okay.
not stop.
It's okay.
I was saying something. I just don't remember now what I was saying. Oh yeah. So for me, like the experience I went through a year ago, it changed me. I mean, it changed millions of people. But for me, it just made me realize life is so short, and it can change in a snap of a finger. And I just don't want to. I don't want to walk past a person or something that might be the most wonderful thing. So that's just how I feel personally. Like I don't. It's not as much of a look. It's more of a feeling. Like if I have a feeling for a woman, that's what I just try to go by. The conversation, and if the conversation's good, because who knows who's going to be that person. We might be shocked, actually. Who
Yeah,
might be that
exactly,
one
exactly.
person
That is why I need to try, but at the same time need to develop yourself in some skills and saying, likewise, dogma that in every woman should be some secret, that a woman should be mysterious. The same I can say about a man. And it's very attractive when a man confident, not because of words, because of his behavior, right?
Yeah.
And you will see him confident when you like not talk too much and confident in your things you have around you in your life, and confident in some plans you can achieve in the future. And you should also be a little mysterious. For women it's attractive, and when a person like an open book, it becomes not so interesting, not so exciting, which is very important at the beginning to build this connection. Then of course two people get involved into genuine relations, and of course they will share in everything, and in some period your partner will appreciate that you can be so honest and sincere and talk about any topic. It's nice qualities, but in correct time.
Yeah.
For
And for me,
beginning we will learn how to be mysterious.
yeah, and I'm very complex because there are so many facets to me. I mean, I can be a strong man. Like there's different confidence levels in who you are and the type of person you are, what I have to offer the woman.
Bill,
Um,
important not what are you telling, important what she can see.
yeah, what you can see, and that's where the confidence level is hard to do on a video. Where more
No,
when you're
no,
together in
it is not
person.
hard. Not believe me, it is not hard.
Well, for me, it is to try to make that perception,
Because
on the screen.
you shouldn't try to show this confidence to lady. You should just be in this skin.
Well, I'm trying. I'm like, but for me though, it's just hard because in my soul, in my gut, I'm such a romantic, loving man, and
We will
trying to
save
hold that in is unfortunately a little bit difficult at times
we will
because
save this for future. We will save this for future, and it would be a pleasant surprise to a lady. But the very beginning, better to be like a little mysterious, more calm,
hey,
more
I didn't come with
confident.
flowers or anything today, so I was good.
You was good, right, Bill. I not support when men try to please a woman in any way when he even don't know the woman. You don't know the way of your communication. Maybe it's definitely not your person, and it looks a little stupid. I'm sorry when you uh, like it's nice, it's a little different when you can see profile and you can feel some intentions, yeah, because you can like a person, but
Yep.
you can like this person only in your fantasy, in your imagination. You don't know this person, how she communicate, so you can't. Thank you, Joseph, for this comment. Guys, here I want to say that he really can, if he will change his life. Any of men who is not confident, it's absolutely achievable. You can be that kind of man who is confident. Just change your life, start actions, not dreams, not talks, just start actions. So some things you really can change in your life because you are the owner of your life. And let's continue with Billy, and you'll see the growth. Did he listen to advices, and did he change to anything in his life, and did it bring any success? Feel romantic feelings towards this person for the moment until you will not speak, right? So it can be a nice action. It definitely would be appreciated by lady, but for me, I'm doubt that if she will not feel anything to you, any interest, it will not help.
I don't know.
So
There was a guy in video chat there on the live stream that was trying to get to you. I think if he could have got you
thank you so much, Dave. This voice on the screen also mine. It was me.
through the screen, he was going to pull you through.
Mm,
There was one guy that was
sorry,
like,
don't
when we
understand.
were when we were on that live stream, there was a
Uh-huh.
man in the video chat that was loving on you like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, it's different. It's different story. It's a little different. I mean, I had such experience. I will tell you. I'm working as translator between couples, right? On dating,
Yep.
like today, but when lady can speak English by her own. And were one couple, and they had like this first Zoom meeting, and they speak like, what do you like? What do you like? Things in general. And for next meeting, this man, he showed by camera like, look, this is a dinner for us, and he turned on the candles, yeah, make this lighting. He
Yep.
also showed flowers, like he didn't maybe bought especially for that lady, Yes, by the maybe way. especially. It was cute, but he could serve this. He could show this in such a great manner, and lady really enjoyed. They didn't continue their communication. It happens on this sides because of distance, because not so simple to meet in person, because people during this communication on distance, they have their own life. It also can be a problem, yeah, sometimes, because you can't build such a strong connection until you meet. So different reasons. It's difficult process, but it was really interesting. But like he could present in such a wonderful way, and lady really appreciated that. So
Yeah.
need to learn how to do this, and not to be just an ATM who, oh, I will buy you everything you like. You can do this sometimes. Of course, it will please lady, but at the same time, need to be great at the way how you can present this.
Yep.
It's also 50% of success, and without real connection, without chemistry, all these points will not work.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Unfortunately, all your efforts would be empty, and you will feel regrets and disappointment. Not about that you spent money. Better to do something and don't have regrets that it was because you was greedy or something. Better to do something, but at the same time, you need to be also confident in your actions. And if you're doing something, that then you will not regret about that it didn't work.
Yep. Well, we shall see how today went.
Yeah.
Like I said, she's a different type of woman for sure.
Yeah,
She's
interesting experience also. It's important experience to have this communication with confident and strong ladies. Also shows to you like, what can I do for this lady? It's some kind of challenge. Yeah. Bill, I
yeah.
will not take your time anymore. I'd wish to speak with you at Zoom. We will make an appointment. Okay.
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
text.
Contact me.
I,
Contact me. Let
yeah.
me know what she says and how she
Okay.
feels.
Sure,
I don't.
sure.
I don't have any other women lined up as far as I know. That's it.
It's
So
okay. I don't want to rush events. I want to receive this lady's opinion, Natalia.
yep.
Yeah, what she will answer. Is she interested to exchange contacts and to try your communication? Anyway, doesn't matter what her response will be. If she say yes, anyway, I want to meet with you and to give you some tips to make like a teamwork with you, how to communicate with her, right? To make everything in a better way, if it's possible.
Yep.
If she will respond no, anyway, before we will pick next lady, I'd wish to speak with you like the same conversation we had right now, in general, like to explain you more things about Ukrainian ladies' nature.
All right. Sounds good.
To yeah, no, we will, of course, we will stay in search. You will pick some new profiles. Yeah, we will move on this process. But at the same time, we need to speak about some things, yeah, about relations, some previous experience like this. Yeah. Okay, I
Yep.
wish you a good day. You was good.
Yes. Yes. Very good. Thank you
Wait, and
so
wait, and
much.
I will contact you, email or I will call you.
Yeah, I'll wait to hear from you.
Sure, as
All
soon
right.
as I will know. Bye
All
bye,
right.
Bill.
Thank you. Take care.
Okay, guys, what do you think about this date and this coaching? Do you believe that Billy can cope, accept all these advices, and change himself? Tell me, please, do you believe in Billy's success? So stay tuned. Our next episode of Billy the Kid Dating in Ukraine reality show. Upcoming episodes tomorrow, March 18th, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Upcoming episode, I'm afraid of cheating bitches dating in Ukraine. And the next day, guys, we have like a show. And the next day, after tomorrow, we will have continuing. So keep following. Also, give me your responses. No, William, don't believe. Don't believe in Billy's success at all? Listen, yes, yeah, and I heard such opinion, understand. Mm-hmm. She wants to marry Billy. Mm-hmm. He receiving this help, guys. It was actually what did you saw just now. It was his first coaching with me. So I don't have information what kind of advices he received before. So actually it was our first meeting, I can say, only after intra call. And guys, he need time. He need also to accept this information. Maybe he arguing in some ways and don't accept this responsibility of fails on himself at the beginning. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see next. I believe in this guy. Thank you all for being here, for leaving your comments, guys. Also, I think educational to see from the side what I think maybe he can be successful, but I don't think he will see. His past events and he's great. Yeah, guys, definitely such men as Billy need help, and he couldn't cope with his own by himself this journey and to understand Ukrainian women. Thank you so much. So see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Time.